What's going on, y'all? It's your boy, the Giant Way, coming back with y'all with another video. I'm just here to give y'all my reaction of Hard Knocks episode 2. So stay tuned after this intro. Welcome back. I appreciate y'all clicking on this video just to tune in with me to hear what I got to say. I definitely appreciate it more than you guys know. But getting into it, first things first, man. This episode wasn't really nothing too juicy, but I feel like there's a lot of good insight that they gave us. Definitely on the whole situation between Joe and Barkley. We definitely got to see into that dynamic a lot more this episode. Uh, for me, I just felt like Joe was just being honest, and that he was just going off the data that was provided. Saquon's a great player. I'm not discrediting anything that he has done as a Giant, but when we look at everything as a whole and we look at the people around him that are in the same position, the stats say that Saquon is not the best running back. That's a tough pill to swallow, but hey, it is what it is. To me, it seemed like Joe didn't want to address the elephant in the room with Saquon, but obviously he had no choice. I feel like he already had his mind made up on what he was going to do with Saquon. I don't think that he was really going to offer anything else. I felt like he gave him a pretty solid offer. So they kind of put it in Saquon's hands. Like, do you really care about a legacy or do you really care about money? And that's a hard choice for anybody to make. So I'm not going to put my opinion on what he should have done. Saquon has a family. Saquon's a person. Saquon got his own goals. So whatever decision that he made, we just got to deal with the cards that we dealt with. But to piggyback off of that, though, I kind of don't feel like Saquon was really being honest with the fans, which obviously we don't expect him to be. I mean, this is his livelihood that we're talking about, and everyone has their own opinion on what he should do. But I just felt like, bro, you was not keeping it 100, like, at all. Like, if you truly wanted to be a Giant, man, I feel like you would have came back and gave that number that the Eagles gave you, because now I feel like the only way that you're gonna have a legacy, man, is if you win a Super Bowl. At least here, you could have been all-time rusher. You could have had all the accolades here, been in the Giants Ring of Honor. But I get it, man. I understand that you got to take care of your family, secure the bag. So it's no ill will, but it is very unfortunate. And I feel like not everybody was upfront with the whole situation, including the Giants. And that's the next thing I want to talk about, man. Like, them showing Joe doing the interviews and practicing with the consultant that he was talking to, man. You can just really like see that everything that they say in the public is smoke and mirrors. Don't believe it. It's not real. They are just giving us a story or something that we want to hear, or not telling the full story. So we really should not um pay attention to what they're saying in the interviews, because they are practicing this. He's literally practicing this and saying what he's going to say to us. So obviously this isn't new to some of y'all, but some of y'all really think that you can tell what's going on by watching these interviews. And obviously there are some clues, and obviously I do the same thing too. But now that we can see the real inside of it, man, we have no idea. The other point that I really enjoyed from this episode that they highlighted on was just showing that Dave's is just a regular guy, man. Like, I really enjoyed him cracking all the jokes about running the 40 time, and him having extra yards and having time to beat, the fastest player. I think he's talking about Xavier Worthy. He asked if he was at the 20-yard line, could he beat Xavier Worthy in a 40-yard dash? And his person said no, and he was like, well, where could I start? And he was like, at 35. So I thought that was pretty funny. But I mean, it just shows that with whatever said in the public, we really don't know these coaches. We really don't know them. So it was really cool. I really think the process that they did for the draft, I really enjoyed seeing that, them talking to the players, asking them questions. I really, really enjoyed Malik's response about not being, not getting the ball. It's good that he should show some frustration, especially if you are taken in such a high position and like he said, you go through the work, you put in the work throughout the week, and you're not getting the ball. Like that's right. I feel like you should be frustrated because I mean, you want to be an impact to the game. You want to be a game changer. You want to be everything that we drafted you to be. So you should definitely have some sort of grit about you, some sort of attitude, some sort of demand to get the ball. So I think that's great, Leak. Keep working on that, man. So one thing that we can say is that there is definitely an intensive process when it comes to bringing players to the team. I really believe that Joe has a really good eye for talent, and I cannot wait to see what Brian Burns does. I'm so glad that we traded for him. I believe that he is going to really turn up our defense and be that call for when we need a play. Not throwing shade at my man Kayvon. Obviously, I'm wearing his jersey. You can't see it, but I am wearing his jersey. But I just think he's gonna turn the lineup, man, and I just can't wait to see how everything is put together. Overall, it was a really good episode. I'm super excited to see what happens in the next episode. So you boys stay tuned. I appreciate y'all watching this video. I appreciate y'all clicking on it, man. If you are a diehard Giants fan, please hit that like. Please hit that subscribe, comment. Let me know what y'all think, man. I'll holler at y'all later. Be smooth.